Hey, hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Now I saw some potentially really bad news for the CS market and I wanted to share it with you guys. Now just last week we saw in Austria that this guy sued Valve for all the money he spent, some 14,000 euros. And because of that they now have classified CSGO cases as illegal gambling by the court in Austria. And just yesterday news came out from China that a whole bunch of new legislation is being prepared for the game industry as a whole and loot boxes in general. Now we saw the same thing happen a few years ago, where it started with the Netherlands and Belgium and France back to back all banning CSGO cases in their own way, with France now having the X-ray scanner. And it seems that we could face another domino effect like this, although this time the biggest domino of all might fall, and that is China. And that could be bad, man. Now before I tell you what exactly is happening in China, let's have a word from our sponsor. Are you tired of buying and selling skins for high fees? Check out csgoempire.com. where you can sell your skins for a fair price but without any fees, or even buy skins for a nice profit. They have many payment options like crypto and credit cards, and you can use their auction system to snipe skins even cheaper to resell for a nice profit. So for an example, look at this P250 Undertow. It's going for $6 below buff price, so if you resell this on buff, that's an insta 8.5% profit. If you want to buy, sell or trade skins, this is the platform for you. Go check them out, link in the description. Okay, so what exactly is China proposing? Well, first off, daily spending and login rewards will be limited and or banned. Well, I think one of the main things affecting CSGO is the spending part. But on the other hand, does it really matter how much you can spend if you can just have alts like they do already? I mean, there's already a spending limit, or at least selling as far as I'm aware. Now, there is some other stuff coming, as which online games are approved. Publishers should host their servers and keep the server info in China as far as I understand it. And tipping in games will be banned, or heavy tipping. I don't know, I have no clue what tipping in games even means, so let me know down below if you do. But more importantly, China will likely ban probability-based log draw features. Not for everybody, but for minors. Which, I mean, that is great, because minors should be protected from this a long time ago. And Valve should have done this themselves, to be honest. But it does make you think. Either Valve bans it outright now in China, if this legislation passes, or they have to come up with some know your customer process for cases. Which, like, if it was a small country, never happening. But since it's China, this seems likely. And I think that once this is in place in China, like, other countries will now have the pressure to say to Valve, well actually you did it in China, so now I want you to also do it in my country. And then Valve will have no choice but to do it, because you basically admit, well, you don't say that it's gambling now, because you still, like, say the skins are not worth anything. But, you know, you don't really have something to fall back on anymore. Now, what does this whole thing mean for the CS economy? Well, first off, we are not sure whether the laws will actually be pushed through. And I saw some people saying that it will take at least 60 more days to appear before their parliament, or whatever their equivalent is in China. So there's that. And then of course it will likely take at least half a year or more to implement it. So what I think we will see is a lot of panic selling while there's uncertainty. Just look at this Team LDLC holo that was sold for so much less than last time. Although this is also because of the general CS2 decline. Then after this pretty much panic selling, I think some kind of ban gets closed and then we will see some massive opening numbers. And then probably nothing, to be honest. Like, they will still keep opening in them. People find ways around the system, and they always will. Because in China they can't even use the Steam community market. They cannot, like, they could not open cases, they could not play the game for so long, and they were still collecting. So honestly, I would not bother. Valve will do anything to keep their cash cow alive, and even though there's fear right now, I don't think this will be the domino that brings it all down. But, you know, do you agree with my assessment? What do you think of this news? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next.